We are chatting all things Smokefest, from the pre-party magic to the main stage madness, plus how these artists and creators are shaping the SL music and event scene in bold, exciting ways. Expect a mix of behind-the-scenes stories, some spicy surprises, and maybe even a few quirky twists. So let's dive in. So for the Apothecary, we are here with Libby Trap Gloom and Eve Faye Gloom. They are co-owners of the Apothecary venue. Welcome in, ladies.
Hello, thank you.
Hello.
And of course, we have Severus7 here, with whom I've had the privilege to interview previously and work with many times during Smokefest. So welcome back, Sev.
Hi. Nice to see you again, Roxy.
That didn't sound very
Listen, I'm just waking up.
It's okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, so Libby and Evie, we'll get started with you first. We'll give Sev some wake up time. So we're going to go back to the very beginning of your story here with the Apothecary. So what inspired you guys to launch the Apothecary? Is there a personal story behind the name and the aesthetics? I just kind of want to get into the nitty gritty of how this came to be for you guys.
Eve, you want to go or you want me to go?
You can go if you want.
Sure. So Eve and I both started out working for the Dumpster years and years ago with Severus, who DJ'd there primarily as well. I was the general manager, and then Evelyn came on to help me because I needed some severe assistance. And when the Dumpster closed, Severus needed somewhere to DJ. So Eve and I got together and thought, you know what? Why don't we just open up our own place rather than general managing something for somebody else? So we decided we were going to open something up. Sev said that'd be great. And then here we are today, like almost 2 years later, still running the Apothecary. And Eve and I both have similar aesthetics. We love witchy, foresty, whimsical.
Yeah.
And that's
It has a
kind
very
of-
cool purple vibe, purple pinky vibe in there, which is really nice.
That's actually our
Yeah.
newest club.
That's our
Our
new
very
build.
first build was
Oh.
in a greenhouse. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah. It was in a greenhouse with like mushrooms and vines and stuff all over the place. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Very
But
nice.
Libby and I had already been doing a lot of collaboration with building because we were living together on the same land and we just had so much fun building together, and then working at the Dumpster. And we both have a very similar style when it comes to being hyper organized.
Mhm.
We find, like, even in real life, we're typically always running circles around everybody else in terms of organization and just kind of getting stuff together. So when Sev was saying like, okay, well, I've got to figure out where to DJ, we kind of just we were like, we could we could do that. We absolutely could. So
Definitely. Well, you guys have a lot on your plate. You guys own the Apothecary. You have Pine and Petal. You guys have the Wasteland event, Fable, a babysitter of Sev. So how do you guys do it all?
Well, I mean, we work really well together. Evelyn and I, we split tasks quite well. We co-own literally all of them together. So
Mhm.
everything, we're on the same page. We have more Google Docs than anybody should.
Yep.
Organization at its finest.
Yeah,
Yes.
including a Google Doc to manage Severus. So
Yep.
But yeah, we like to stay organized, like Evelyn said. So
Mhm.
we have
Yeah.
lots of calendars, we have spreadsheets, we have IMs, we have pinned notes, we have you name it, we've got
And
it.
we joke that we are hive minded, and
Oh
that we
yeah,
share one brain cell. One of us only has
literally
it
all the time.
at a time. So
Nice.
today we split that one brain cell
It's
just for
split in
you,
half. Yeah.
Rocky. But yeah, we're just really good at being on the same page. We just the way that we choose to attack projects and um usually creatively we align on pretty much everything. There's not really a whole lot that Libby and I ever disagree on, so it makes collaborating a very seamless experience because we know what the other lacks and what the other is really good at doing, and it makes dividing and conquering very easy when you know the person you're working with on that level.
That's really awesome. So you guys seem to have a really great relationship. But what challenges do you guys face working together, maybe?
Uh, I wouldn't say that have challenge. We're both
I
very
don't.
impatient. We are
Yeah,
Which
impatient.
could
probably
be
the worst
bad.
thing.
So
That's
it
that's
is
the
bad
worst thing.
because when we're doing builds for the apothecary every weekend, I'll start something and then Evelyn will get impatient and doesn't want to wait for me to come back and finish it. So she'll go purchase the exact same thing that I've already owned and started building with so she can finish it because she doesn't want to wait for me to log in and finish. And I
And
did
then
the
Libby
same
will do the
thing.
same thing.
Like, I think I did it last
I like
weekend.
it.
You
What did I
did.
buy
You
last
did do it
weekend?
last weekend.
Oh, I bought those frickin' ferns last weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I didn't want to wait for Eve to get online because I needed more ferns. So I just so I went to the looking
So
glass
yeah.
and bought more ferns because I was like, I need them now.
Yeah, I think literally our only challenge is that we don't share a collective inventory and
I wish that was a
or
thing.
I
I
do
do
too.
too. I always say that when we're working on stuff.
Yeah, a collective inventory and or just the fact that we both have full-time real life jobs too, and so if one of us can't be online, that's really the only challenge. And even
Mhm.
then, we're both hooligans and we're like texting on Discord, like, "Hey, what did you want to do with this?" or whatever.
Yeah,
But I mean, as far as
Our
challenges go,
communication
we're
is like
very,
top tier.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
very communicative together.
that's fantastic. So how do you guys imagine SL venues evolving over the next 1, 2, 3 years with Twitch and other live streaming services? How do you feel that SL will be affected in the venues, especially in music and SL, how that will be affected by all of that?
I'm not sure it'll affect it negatively. It'll probably positively affect it because there's ways to bring media into
Hmm.
SL as well, where you can stream somebody's Twitch in world as well for people that don't want to join off onto a browser, which I don't understand why it's so difficult to do that. But I mean,
Some people don't like
each
it,
their
but
own, I
to each
guess.
their
But yeah,
own.
really not that hard to just open your browser. You probably got it open on Seraphim shopping anyways, like I do
Yeah,
every day. So
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with Libby on that. I think my only concern over the next few years is a concern that most creatives on this platform have, which is just how AI is changing things.
Hmm.
We're seeing that now, like even with events where people are uploading like AI mesh.
oh yeah.
So, I mean, obviously for us with Severus, that's not a concern that we have because we opened Apothecary strictly for him. So Seb's our only DJ. He's our resident DJ. So obviously we don't have to worry about um, AI with Severus. But I do wonder how it's going to impact the music scene and what's going on in SL as a whole because I just see it already changing multiple markets on this platform. So I do wonder how that's gonna affect things going down the road.
I agree. It'd be very interesting to watch and see, I think, how that goes. Do you think there's any misconceptions out there about the apothecary that you would like to have the opportunity to clear the air or talk about?
Hmm. I don't think that I mean, I'm not sure. People probably talk, but I have I've not heard anything. I know when we first opened, people were concerned with our giveaways and our contest boards, but those have
Mm,
been the same for 2 years almost now.
Yeah,
yeah.
So,
yeah. I don't think there's any real I think the only thing that I've ever really heard, and I think that's just with anything, like any business or something like this that's run in SL, is just the idea that it's clicky.
Hmm.
okay.
That's come up a couple times and then gone away just as fast. We do try to be as inclusive as humanly possible at the Apothecary. It's one of the things that we like really pride ourselves on, actually.
Right.
But
And Pine and Petal, we do that there too.
yeah,
We
Pine and
try to
Petal
be
too.
as humanly
Um,
possible.
but you know, when you run an event like that for any period of time where you have a lot of repeat people, they're gonna start getting to know each other better and form their own little friend groups. And we've literally watched it happen in real time. And
Right.
that can contribute sometimes to overall feelings of clickiness because you've got your core people who come every single week
Hmm.
without fail. They get to know Sev, they get to know us, we all become like a big family. So I know that can contribute sometimes, but other than that, I'm not aware of anything else where I would consider it like a misconception about what we're doing. I think it's pretty
I
straightforward.
mean, some people, when they come in, they'll inspect the build and see that I own something or Eve owns something, and then they just come to the conclusion that either Eve or I has done all the building, when in reality,
Yeah.
no. Sometimes I'll res stuff out and then I'll
Hmm.
leave and Evelyn will place it somewhere, or Evelyn will res stuff out on a prim up in the air and then I'll place it places. So like just because one of us owns the item does not mean that that person's done any more or any less building than the other.
Yeah.
We do equal amounts
Hmm.
collectively together.
You guys seem to have a very collaborative effort. So I think that,
It is, yeah.
if
Yeah.
anything, this will show that
We
that
always
you
have
guys
people
definitely
around
do.
while we're building too. Like all of our friends
Yeah,
will just kind of TP in
like
and like
TP to
watch
Hmm.
us.
us. Mhm.
So
Try
they
to
know. I
distract
mean,
us. It does
yeah.
work sometimes.
Very good. One last question for you guys, and then we'll move over to Sev here. Do you have any big picture goals for the Apothecary for the rest of the year and next year? Any expanding, new events, or anything like that?
We have a bunch of new events. We have new events every month. Every month,
Every
on
month.
every Saturday, we do a new event. Every Saturday at 7 p.m. So
Hmm.
we're moving into our summer events right now, which is they're the
Yep.
fun ones. There are a lot of water events, pool parties, and
Yeah.
Nice.
beach parties.
And you guys have, so Sev has a set tomorrow night. What are you guys doing?
It
Oh,
is Grill Daddies and Baddies, so prepare to see
yes.
Sev's booty cheeks with an apron.
So just an apron, Sev? Is that what we're
Yeah,
doing?
just an apron.
It's our July the 4th cookout. So it's a little pool party and a backyard
Nice.
cookout. So
Yeah.
Very
And then
nice.
obviously Smokefest pre-party is something that
Mhm.
we have really been
we've
looking
been looking
forward
forward to
to.
that. Yeah.
Oh,
Libby and
sure.
I, our friendship actually got solidified at the first Smokefest, so that's always been like a big goal for us ever since we opened Apothecary, wanting
So
to do some kind
nostalgic.
of collab that way. So that's a huge milestone. And then in September, we actually hit our 2 month anniversary. I mean,
Two
two
year.
months.
Two
Oh my
year.
God. 2 year.
2 months.
We're brand new. I was thinking 2 months. That's why it's in 2 months. But we've got our 2 year anniversary. So I'm sure we'll do
Awesome.
something absolutely crazy for that. So
We'll
I'm
have to,
looking forward to
Fantastic.
yeah.
all those things.
We'll talk about the Smokefest pre-party here in
Heck
just a little
yes.
bit. We're gonna move over to Sev here. How you doing? Yeah. Did we give you enough time? Wake up. We're okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm doing
Good.
good.
Okay.
Thank you,
Okay.
thank you.
So you've become a full-time DJ, and I know from some previous interviews that you've done with Second Life and myself, you started out as a mechanical engineer and you've moved to being a full-time DJ. What has that taught you about risk and reward?
The higher the risk, the more the reward.
Mhm.
So when I started DJing in SL, it started as a hobby. And while I was doing it at the time, I had a real life, a 9 to 5, job. I was
Mhm.
working for this engineering firm. And after like 2 years, I was like, you know what? If I can make this full time, I probably can do something big out of it. Probably, it was just an idea at the time. But, and the biggest challenge is that, people in my real life didn't understand what I was doing. Like, my dad was very much against it. He was like, "Oh, you're just gonna ruin your career and all of
Mhm.
that." Um, but I stick to my plan, and I had one thing I'm always lucky with is that I always have good people around me
It's
in
important.
SL that support me. So I just I took the risk, did it, and here we are.
What's your dad think now?
Oh, I mean, he's kind of old school, so like he's still like, oh, it's not a proper 9 to 5, but I guess this is good, like now he sees, like I make I support my family, through this too. Like it's not like I just do it for myself. I support my family through it. Um so he sees the results now, so it's better now.
Oh, good. I'm glad. That's good that your relationship with him, maybe, and your career choice has set a little bit better with him.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Twitch for a little bit. You just kind of hit a little milestone on Twitch.
Yeah, I recently was on the front page,
Mm-hmm.
and well, actually I think last time we did that interview I wasn't a partner on Twitch.
No, you
So
weren't.
yep. So after Smokefest last year, like literally a month later, I hit partner on Twitch. Um I became the first DJ from Second Life who was on Twitch to hit partner status.
That's awesome.
Um and yeah, I have DJ'd in front of 4,000 people at one night on Twitch. And
Holy shit.
I've been on the front page a couple of times, yeah, it's been fun.
Well, that's really awesome, and congratulations on all of that. For any DJs who maybe want to jump on the Twitch wagon, what tips do you have for them? Anything that you can offer to them to get their career started a little bit on Twitch?
Well, if you're thinking about it, stop thinking about it and just do it, you know um that's
No
my
risk, no
biggest advice.
reward, right?
Yes. I hear a lot of people be like, "Oh, I'm thinking about doing Twitch. I'm thinking about doing it." Bro, just stop thinking and just do it. Just start doing it. You don't have to make it your full time instantly. Like obviously you gotta start small. But when you start small, you build your channel up, you stay consistent with it. Like I was very much addicted to what I was doing. Like I loved it. Like in the mornings I used to DJ at like 7 a.m. my time, 6 a.m. my time, and by 8 a.m. I would be running to my 9 to 5 when this wasn't full time.
Mhm.
Like that's how obsessed I was with this. So, but I mean, you don't have to be as crazy as me, but like just start small, and just be consistent with it, have a schedule, you know, build your channel up, and, you know, that's where it starts from.
Very good. Thank you. You stay that you're an open format DJ, so you shift between dubstep and hip hop, K-pop, chill house. So how do you decide what to play next? How do you, in that moment, know what you're going to do next?
I just go with the whatever the crowd energy goes. Like I'm one of those people that feeds off crowd energy. Like even during my smoke fest sets, I don't plan most of my smoke fest sets. Like the most planning I do for just my smoke fest set is my intro, maybe the first 2 3 songs, and after that I just go with the crowd energy. Like what is the crowd feeling? Like do I go heavy? Do I keep going heavy? Do I play a cry banger? Like that's how I like to DJ. And sometimes it also depends on the event. Like for example, I DJ at Sonance, and which is like a Euro venue, and like their theme is more like Afro house, tropical, in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I mostly play over there. Um, so it also like depends on the venue and the vibe of the venue too.
Makes sense.
But yeah, but mostly like most of my sets I like to mix everything up. Like one moment you'll hear dubstep, One moment you might hear K-pop. At one moment you might hear drum and bass, hardstyle. Then all of a sudden house. Um, and I feel like that's what real life artists are doing too. Like when you hear DJs DJ in real life, they don't just stick to one beat. Like they're mixing it up now. That's how the DJ world is evolving. Like you'll hear Subtronics, play his dubstep stuff and everything, but he'll also be playing house now. He'll also
Mhm.
be playing drum and bass now. So that's how I like to do my sets too.
Is there a guilty pleasure song that you like to like sneak in once in a while? Like what are you liking
Um,
to put in lately? I'm sure that song changes with the mood, but is there like that song that you just want to sneak in, see if anybody notices?
um,
They're over there laughing, so there has to be something.
I don't know. There's so many songs that I play. I play Dumbest Girl Alive a lot. Libby likes that a lot. I
That's
play that.
my jam.
Yeah, by 100 decks. Lately, I throw that in every set, and everyone seems to like it, especially Libby. So
My
you know,
jam.
Hmm.
Severus likes to play that Habibi Love song all the time too. And
oh
I
yeah, that one
can't.
too.
That he sneaks that one in. Guys, are you ready for it? It's time for Habibi Love. And I'm like, please no. For the love of God.
He also almost always plays Spirit Box with Elenium for me.
Yep, I
Oh,
play Spirit Box too. Yep, Spirit Box
that's
for
very
Millennium.
sweet. Looking ahead for you, we're gonna do the look ahead for you as well. What do you think's what's coming for you for the rest of 2025 and into 2026? Anything new
Well,
that you got going on?
well, right now, I'm focused on some real life stuff. So I am
Mhm.
moving in real life to a different country. I'm moving to Oman. And over there, why I'm moving there is because I'm focusing on performing in real life more. That's my goal. Um, I feel like in SL, I've hit every goal I wanted to hit almost, and like right now, I'm enjoying my time here,
Mhm.
DJing at big events, putting together big events with even Libby, performing at Smokefest and everything. Like, I feel like I've done most of what every DJ wants to do in SL. um, so like right now, my focus while I keep doing my SL stuff and my Twitch stuff is that I want to perform in real life. So anything that comes ahead, like that's what I'm looking forward to. I want to perform my in real life in front of live audience. Like last year, when I DJed in front of 4,000 people, it was basically because I got rated by a music festival, an official music festival in the US on Twitch. They
Wow.
just brought over their audience one Saturday night, and there were like 4,000 people in the chat. And it is the best feeling ever. Like I thought
Mm.
I was gonna, like just fall over and, gonna be fit or something. But like I noticed that the more people it is, the adrenaline rush, the feeling you have, it's just the best feeling ever. Like that was the best night of my life. So I want to experience that more, and I want to DJ in front of a real audience, a real life audience. So that is my
Awesome.
goal moving forward.
Well, we wish you the best of luck with that in your move, and hopefully get to see you more in the real world then.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna move and talk a little bit about Smokefest here. So Libby and Eve, you guys are co-hosting the Smokefest pre-party. I don't want you to give away too many details, but is there an atmosphere or feeling that you're aiming to kind of evoke here for our pre-party that's coming up?
Ooh. Think. Hmm. Evelyn, how can we do this without giving it away?
I know.
I um I mean, all that I would really say is that we have spoken extensively with Vale
Mhm.
who is obviously, doing all of the landscaping for actual Smokefest.
Right.
She has shared with us her vision for
All of her
Smokefest,
inspiration pictures,
all of
and
her
we're
Mhm.
going
inspo.
to pull from inspo pics, and we're going
Yes.
to so we're hoping the apothecary is going to be like a pre-visionary of what Vale is going to bring
Yeah.
together for
It's
everybody.
going to be a nice little like preview into that world with an apothecary twist on it,
Yes.
is
Alright.
the best way that I could kind of give any
Without
insight
giving
on
it away
Without
to
giving it away.
everybody.
Don't give
Yeah.
it away.
it.
I knew that question was going to be a little
Yeah, it's a
tiptoey.
little hard to say it without fully just saying it.
Yeah.
Is there any little like what we can look forward to at the party? Like, is there? I can't release the artist yet either.
No.
We
Mhm.
can't talk about who's going to be performing. I mean,
We can say there's like a variety. There's something for
Yes.
everybody in our show. So,
And I think it's a really good example of what you get going to Smokefest.
yes.
So it's a really good preview for anyone who's never
Mhm.
been to a Smokefest or doesn't really know necessarily what Smokefest is all about. This is going to be that on a smaller scale. So it gives a really good introduction to the crazy epicness of what Smokefest is all about.
Awesome. Well, we are looking forward to it for sure. I won't ask too many more questions about it because we don't want to mess anything up. Sev, for you, looking forward to the actual Smokefest show coming up. Is there
Mm-hmm.
anything you can give us a little bit about what you got planned or what your thoughts or feelings are going into it?
Oh well, first of all, shout out to Nesto for
Mhm.
having me not just as a performer but as a partner, as a for Smokefest this year. You know, and well, I'll be more in behind the scenes at Smokefest this year.
Mhm.
So very much very much looking forward to that. And this year's Smokefest is gonna be a lot of fun, like it always is. It's gonna be more fun. It's gonna be bigger. It's gonna be better. The stage looks amazing,
It does.
and uh, the lineups are gonna be pretty sick too.
Yeah.
Lots of new talent that you guys will see. Um, yeah, it's something to look forward to. Definitely don't miss out any of the Smokefest shows. There's obviously gonna be campfire parties too, and you're gonna see people that you probably have never listened to before, but it's gonna be like good exposure for them, and it's gonna be good exposure for the people to find more music in SL. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun overall. It's gonna be great. I am not gonna say any lineups or anything. Can't say any of that,
No, can't do
but
that quite yet.
can't do that quite yet. But it's gonna be a lot of hype. Take
Yes.
my word on that.
So I have the same question for each of you. And we'll just go right down the line and we'll start with Libby first. There's lots of festivals out there. For you, what makes Smokefest different and stand out?
Oh, okay. So Evelyn already mentioned part of this at the beginning.
Mhm.
So Eve and I actually became friends at the very, very first Smokefest that Sev ever played in, the very first one that Nesto
Mhm.
ever did. We had started talking as like just randomly. Evelyn asked me what lip gloss I was wearing, and we started chatting from there on. And then we started talking about how, because Sev obviously DJed at the dumpster, I was the general manager there. I hosted for him quite regularly, and then we decided we were going to go to Smokefest and like go together.
Mhm.
Well, of course, it's the first Smokefest, so everybody is going to want to go early. So Evelyn and I ended up going like 6 hours before the show ever started.
Oh,
Like
gosh.
so
You were for
early.
sure gonna get
We
in.
were 100% one of the first people at Smokefest.
Nice.
And we stood there all day, her and I. We were there, we hung out all day. We chatted all day while we waited. We watched every single show that day until Severus closed out at the very freaking end. But yeah, so Eve and I actually formed our friendship at Smokefest, and like that's just where we started everything. And we had even talked about at Smokefest, like it would be so cool if like we opened up something and did something cool like this, and then like look at us now with the Apothecary for Severus. So like we
Mm-hmm.
and then like when Sev came to us and said that Nesto wanted to have the Apothecary host the pre-party this year, Eve and I were so excited, like absolutely excited, because we're like, this is so nostalgic for us now, because it's like bringing us back to the roots of our friendship, like the beginning of it. So being able to host the pre-party for Smokefest now, after it's such like a big thing for us, is just so it's very rewarding, and I'm very thankful to Nesto for trusting us with the pre-party as well.
Awesome. How about you, Eve?
So ditto to everything that Libby said. Obviously, of course. I had been so for anyone who's not aware, as far as like families go, Sev is my brother. And I have been Libby and I both have been accused of literally quote unquote being his nut sucking groupies for the longest time.
Oh,
Um, literally
okay.
that is the term that has
On
been used.
SL Secrets and
Yes,
everything.
yes.
Oh, God.
Um,
Thank God it's not
but
around
like
anymore.
I've been his sister for a few years, and before that, I had known of Sev, been to some of his sets. Sev has known me through so many freaking weird phases because I'm an awkward little creature, and I have just like had the best time ever watching his career. So when I found out that he was going to be
Oh,
part of a music festival, like of course I was so down, and I just thought it was such a cool idea. And what I love so much about Smokefest, aside from everything that Libby said about how we became friends that way, is just the fact that I've always, well, Libby and I both have always been extremely music driven people. Like, that is our language in communication, at least half the time, if not more. And I have been to so many concerts in my lifetime. And as I get, more into adulthood, now at the age of 40, I'm going to less shows than I used to. Just like the way that the world is nowadays, I get kind of nervous about big crowds and stuff. And to be able to go to something like Smokefest, which is so incredibly immersive from the second you get there,
Yeah.
is such a treat. Um, because I'm not getting to go to, like EDC or these big festivals in real life. So it really brings that on a scale that's able to be consumed in SL. And I just think it's so fascinating because it brings so many people together that would not be interacting otherwise, from like the vendors to the
Right.
people doing the landscaping, the stores that are a part of it, the acts that are a part of it, mixing live performers with DJ. Like, it's just such a cool experience that is unlike anything that I've ever been able to experience in SL. And I am just so thrilled that it wasn't like a one time thing. I remember um, when Smokefest, when Sev was closing it out, Libby and I were literally in IMs to each other because we weren't at a point in our friendship yet where we were in Discord 24/7 like we are now. But I distinctly remember her and I both saying like, "Are you crying? I'm crying. I'm so moved by this. Like, I cannot believe this." We were literally like bawling our eyes out because we were so proud of Severus The set was
Aw.
so freaking killer. Like he put it on, I think you put it on SoundCloud, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
I
And
did.
Libby and I, every day after Smokefest,
We
like we're
re-listened
like
to it.
playing it every single day. So it was
Aw.
just like the best experience ever. And every year we've just seen how Nesto and his team have built upon that. And we've seen Sev's confidence grow over the last couple Smokefest shows, and it's just so cool. So like Libby said, when Nesto asked if we wanted to be part of it, it was such a no-brainer. It's been such an incredible experience over these last couple years.
Oh, well, that's amazing. Thank you guys so very much for that. So we'll go to you, Sev, for the last thing here. What makes Smokefest so different for you than everything else that's out there in SL?
Well, I think the one thing that sets Smokefest apart is that it brings different communities from SL together. Like it will bring the urban side together. You'll see K-pop people there. Like you'll see people from every side of SL at Smokefest. You know, and I
Yeah,
think that's the best part about Smokefest is that it reaches so many different people. Um, Secondly, like just it's for me personally, it's that one night where like all of my community is very hyped up about, and they all show up together, and it's just like it's the best way to showcase what you built on SL. um I feel like every smoke fest it gets better. Like I get to showcase the people who actually support me throughout my time on SL and Twitch. Like it's not just me showcasing my skills and everything. Like I get to showcase my community as well. you know
right.
Smokefest allows me to do that on a bigger stage. So that's what I feel like sets it apart.
Well, thank you guys so very much. Thank you to Sev and to Livy and Eve for joining me and speaking and letting us, get a little bit behind the curtain for what's shaping up to be a very unforgettable pre-party for Smokefest. So don't forget the Smokefest. Oh, see, I told you I was going to mess that up. The Smokefest pre-party kicks off the weekend of Friday, July 19th from 3 to 8 p.m. SLT at the Apothecary. I think we can expect a wild ride featuring a blend of fresh talent and returning favorites. And I hear we have an amazing closer, so we will all see. Then we need to get ready because we have the main event, Smokefest 2025, officially lights up the grid in August with its first show, August 2nd. There's music, shopping, food, exploring, and a vibe like no other in Second Life. So whether you're a longtime fan or just jumping in for the first time, this is one you don't want to miss. We're going to drop everyone's socials in the comments of the video here, so how you can connect with the Apothecary, with Severus, and with Smokefest, so you guys can all connect in with everybody that was here today. A big thank you to my partner behind the camera tonight for making all this happen, and to Young Guns Guzman for bringing Smokefest to a reality in Second Life. Thank you guys so very much for talking with me today.
Thank
I
you for
really
having us.
appreciate it. Until next time, this has been The Pulse.